Hello everybody, this is Yoko Anime Reactions, and I'm an idiot. I was checking to see how far I had gotten on uploading for Black Clover, because I had gotten 3 more episodes done today, and I had ended up skipping episodes 94 to 96. And I was like, wait, there's something missing here. So, yeah, I uploaded episodes 91 to 93, and then I ended up uploading episodes 97 to 99. So there's a lot of context there that's kind of missing right now. So, for those of you, I'm surprised nobody mentioned that to me before now. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be my review for Black Clover episodes 94 to 96. And there's not too much that happens in these episodes besides, dang it, I just checked the episodes, what did happen. Marileona ended up kicking Ryan's butt, essentially. Raya, whatever his name is. Raya the Disloyal. That's what it was. Okay. And, yeah, everybody else was making quick work of any enemies they ran across, and, and his team ended up making their way into the main chamber where you could hear a heartbeat. How he managed to make that body, I have no idea, to be completely honest. Because I've got an idea of what happened that day with the elves. And if I'm correct, then there shouldn't have been a body, to be honest. Even still, that was centuries ago. But dang it. Yeah, Licht ended up dealing a fatal blow on the Wizard King with that attack because he, used his magic to protect everybody in the kingdom, but failed to protect himself because of this. And Licht saw this and went and got in a blow on him. He managed to get away before Yami could kill him, but don't blame him. And, Yami ends up talking with him while trying to get Marks and the doctor to show up so they can treat him, before anything else happens, because, well, obviously we don't want the Wizard King to die. And sadly, as far as we could tell, Marks and the doctor are too late. Because, as far as we can tell, Julius ends up dying because, as we all know, I think it was shown in, dang it, which episode was it? 6, 7, something like that? Where they go to Saucy Village when the bad guys kill themselves. Their grimoires break apart. That's what ends up happening to Julius's, and I'm like, ooh, dear, something's... And yet, I've still got an inkling that something is still going on, that he could possibly either be resurrected or alive or something. Because I highly doubt that this guy is going to die. We hardly ever got to see him in action except for this one fight. And he dies in it. I'm like, good God, you're building this guy up so much that effectively he is the de facto ruler of the Clover Kingdom, even though, because from what I can tell, the actual king is completely and utterly useless. And from what I've seen, because I've seen up to episode 109. And oh boy, does all that get interesting. Anyway, he gets the last of the stones that he needed, and activates the tablet that he had them in, which ends up using Sally and the others as a sacrifice. So bye-bye to them. Or bye-bye to them, I should say. And when I watched this, I was like, oh, we're not going to see them again. You guys have seen this show. You see what happens. Anyway, so yeah, that happens not only to them, but to every one of the other followers that he's got. And many, many of the people in the Clover Kingdom and in the building that they're in start glowing. Obviously, they have no idea what's going on. And come to find out, after this episode, we get the flashback of what happened to the elves and everything. And it focuses on an elf named Patri. At the time, I had no clue what was going on because I had kind of spoiled myself on a couple of things, like, because I was looking up who the leader was of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, and I thought it was Licht. Turns out it's not. It's Patri. And come to find out that when the attack on the elves happened, no, actually, we get to see Licht and what I can't remember what her name is off the top of my head. His lady friends, little relationship blossoming, and they get pregnant. Oh boy. Well, anyway, the attack on the elves happens, and they obviously, get killed. But Patri gets reincarnated many, 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 many years later. Why is that? Because, you'd think with reincarnation that once you die, you're automatically, like that, reincarnated into your next body. Isn't that usually what you think of when you think of reincarnation? But, yeah, he's reincarnated into William Bondrage's body. And that's how this whole thing ended up happening, where they're sharing the same body, but they can switch, which means he goes and gets his grimoire, and it's also a 4-leaf clover, and that has his light magic in it. And he ends up taking on the persona of Licht, I'm guessing he's planning on resurrecting all the elves, essentially, and binding them to, I guess, the bodies that suit them the most or something. And many of the people inside the base are affected by this too. Luck is affected by this. The leader of the captain of the Aquadeer is affected by this too. Yuno is affected by this, and so is the rest of his team, except for Mimosa. What else? The Angel Wing lady. Who else was a part of that? Ghosh ends up getting affected by it. His sister ends up getting affected by it. Many, 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 many other people in the kingdom, including the captain of the Blue Rose Magic Knight Squad. And Marks and the Doctor as well, because when they get there, they start being hostile towards Yami. Like, they don't know him at all. They don't recognize him. Essentially, they're being possessed. And Yami knocks them, both the Doctor and Marks, out. And he ends up facing up against Captain Charlotte. Her roses look a lot different. They're not blue like they usually are. They are red. And obviously, she does not recognize him, and which is weird considering her massive crush on him. And it turns out that all the elves are wanting to kill off all the humans. What they plan to do after that, though, I am not exactly sure. Not really a spoiler for future episodes, but we do end up finding out in the episodes I just watched what that pendant thing is that Yuno has. We find out what that's used for, and I'm like, oh my god, that is that? Anyway, so yeah, now we got this little issue to deal with. And Soul tries to show up to save her captain because she's not acting like herself. And many other people in the Clover Kingdom, including some of the Magic Knights, are also affected by this. And dang it. Obviously, she cannot handle facing against Captain Charlotte. And so she reluctantly asked Yami to please save her. Is Soul interested in Captain Charlotte, or is she just so indebted to her for saving her before that she would do anything for her? Let me know. Anyway, I'll get to work on uploading this, and I'll see you guys next time.